I've lost 200 pounds in total over the course of 8 years, having 4 babies, major life changes, and all of the things. Today I'm going to share with you guys how I did it, why I did it, and how I keep the weight off. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Anna and I am a mom of 4 doing homeschooling, homemaking, all of the motherhood content. So if you will, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like this video. Those are 2 ways that you can really help support my channel. And now let's talk about my weight loss journey. This is something that I'm just super passionate about. I used to be a Beachbody coach, and so this was a big part of my life for a really long time. I think I did Beachbody for like 5 years. I'm still technically a coach, but I don't like coach people anymore. I just really am a coach just for all the benefits and the discounts. This year, I am planning to really hit it hard with my health and fitness goals, and I wanted to kind of share that with you guys, as well as kind of my backstory and how this all came to be. Let's start with way back in the day when I had my first baby. I gained probably over 60 pounds with that pregnancy. It was out of control, my eating, really. I didn't weigh myself back then. It was just a mental problem for me to weigh myself. But now looking back, I'm kind of like, that was probably a bad idea, because I really had no idea what I was gaining. Even when I would go to my doctor's appointment, I would get on the scale and say, don't tell me. But it wasn't until like the last doctor's appointment that I looked at the scale and I was like, oh my gosh, I had never seen a weight like that in my entire life. And it was like, very depressing to say the least. So after having him, he had colic. I probably had a little postpartum depression and didn't even realize it. My husband was working 3 hours away, so he was living in an apartment 7 days a week and only coming home on the weekends. It was an awful situation for our family, and I was just in a really bad place. I was just really down. I was probably mentally abusive to myself with like the words that I would speak over myself. My husband was, of course, super supportive and sweet and loving and loves me no matter what weight I'm in, and I'm very grateful for that. But it was me. It was like my mental self-talk that was just really bringing me down, and I just felt awful. I had no energy. I didn't even want to leave the house. I was like, I don't want anybody to see me like this. I was embarrassed, and I just knew I needed to make a change, but I didn't really know how to do it. I had never known how to eat healthy. I had maybe tried some different fad diets in the past, and they would work for a time, but I'd usually end up gaining the weight back. And I never really had a big weight struggle before having kids, so it wasn't something that I really ever pursued very much. But I saw a friend on Facebook who had done the 21-day fix, and it looked very doable. It gave me a solid plan plus a workout to do. So I started doing that, and I lost all the baby weight with him. It took probably 2 years. It always takes me about 2 years to lose it, because I do it very slowly, making very smart decisions. I don't do any kind of crazy fad diets or any crazy things. I just eat healthy foods and exercise. That's basically it. Drink lots of water. So after I lost all the baby weight, it was time to gain it again. And I had baby number 2, gained probably 50 pounds during that pregnancy. Was back in that place where I was like, oh, I gotta lose this baby weight again. So I did Beachbody again. I think I did Country Heat, 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme. I did several of those programs and used the container system with the fix, and lost it again, thank the Lord. And then it was time again to get pregnant again. So 2.5 years later, I got pregnant with baby number 3. All of my kids are about 3 years apart, a little bit less in age. So it would take me about 2 years to lose the baby weight. I'd have a few months of feeling good, and then I'd start gaining the weight back again because I'd be pregnant again. But baby number 3 was awesome because I felt so good. I was probably the healthiest that I'd ever been. Super in shape. I was probably the smallest in weight that I have ever been, and I just was feeling really good. That whole pregnancy, I stayed really active. I was working out. I felt so good. That was my best pregnancy. I don't know if it was because that was my only girl pregnancy or if it was just because I was super healthy, but that was an awesome pregnancy. And I'm telling you from experience, if you stay healthy, keep up with your workouts, it really will make your pregnancy go a lot smoother. So I didn't gain as much in that pregnancy. I think I gained like maybe 40 pounds during that pregnancy. So the weight loss journey after having baby number 3 was a lot faster and easier, probably because I was in such a healthier place. That pregnancy, it was like a breeze and super easy. Then I surprisingly got pregnant with baby number 4. But the thing was, I had gained a little bit of weight because that was COVID time. So I gained my COVID 15 or whatever. It was probably like COVID 5 or 10. But I was probably heavier than even in the other first and second pregnancies when I started out on that pregnancy. So my last pregnancy, number 4, that was my hardest pregnancy because I was probably weighed more than I ever had. I probably gained like 45 to 50 pounds during that pregnancy, but it was just a really hard pregnancy, probably because I was working so hard. We had just moved into a new house and we were remodeling, pretty much doing everything ourselves, and I was working my tail off and probably not eating very healthy, and it was just a really like stressful time. So that pregnancy was not the greatest. I tried to stay as active as I could, but mainly my workouts were like laying tile and painting walls and all of the things that probably were not the best for me. So really the last 2 years since having Michael, he's about a year and a half. So probably the last year and a half to 2 years, I've been in this season of just focusing on my family and our home and our homeschool, and that has been my main focus. So I have really put my health and fitness on the back burner, which is okay. Like, we go through seasons like that in life, and I feel like God teaches us things in every one of those seasons. And for me, He really taught me how to love others well, how to serve others well, that it's not all about me, how to love myself where I'm at. I really felt like this last year and a half, I was really good about that. Like, after I had my first child, I told you I was just like mentally abusive to myself with the words that I was speaking over myself. And this last year and a half, I really haven't done that. Like, there's been days when I wake up and I'm like, ooh, I'm fat. And just like things like that every once in a while. But overall, I've really learned to like love myself in every season of life, every weight, every dimple, every stretch mark. I've just learned to just love it and embrace it and just say, you know what? I've lost it all before. I can lose it again. And this is where I'm at right now. And I'm going to just love myself where I'm at right now. And I think that is the healthiest mindset that we can have as moms. So the last year and a half, I have not felt that great, honestly. It has been one of the most challenging years health-wise. I've had like tennis elbow issues. I think that I had the sickness, and that led to a lot of dizziness and vertigo, which I experienced for like a month and a half. And then I also was like super fatigued for several months after that. And I had a bunch of different things this year, like sinus infections and just a whole lot of things that just left me feeling really yuck, and like I didn't have a lot of energy. And so this year I am determined to make some changes, because I know getting down to a healthier weight and keeping myself really physically active is going to help me feel so much better, because I've done it before, I can do it again, and I know how I felt when I was doing all that before, and I just want to get back to that place. So right now I feel like I'm in a really good season where I can focus a little bit on myself and on my health and fitness. Michael is sleeping good. He is running around. The older ones can watch him for a little bit while I get things done. And so I'm in a little bit of a better place to be able to like focus on that now. And so this year in 2023, my goal is to lose the rest of the baby weight. I've got about 20 pounds to go. I've lost 30 pounds in the last year and a half of him being born. So I feel like that's really good. But like I said, I lose really slowly, because that's the only way that I can keep it off. If I just make little changes to my lifestyle and my diet, that's really the only way I can keep it off. So I just do simple little things in the season of life that I'm in. So this last year and a half, I've just been, I try to watch my portions. I try not to eat a ton of sweets. I try to drink a ton of water. I eat really healthy, like whole foods. I eat fats, I eat carbs, I eat meat, I eat dairy, I eat all of the things. I just watch the portions and really focus on healthy whole foods. So, but this year I am going to really switch gears a little bit and do more of like the To Be mindset. I don't know if you've heard about that, but that's with Beachbody. And I've done it before, but I did it like right before I got pregnant with one of my kids. So I only did it for like a little bit of time, and then the cravings hit and I was like, I need some Doritos. So I'm gonna give that another shot. I love that it focuses on having a ton of vegetables. It focuses on drinking a ton of water. It focuses on weighing yourself every day and tracking everything. You write everything down. And I know weighing yourself every day, at first I was like, oh, I don't know if that's gonna be good for my mindset. But it teaches you so much about what foods your body likes, what food your body doesn't like, how you lose weight, how you don't lose weight, what foods cause inflammation, how foods make you feel. It really is super helpful. And once you do it a while and you really start seeing consistent results, then you cannot have to weigh yourself quite as much, I feel like. So I realized as I'm editing this video that I didn't explain the To Be Mindset to you guys very well. So it's a nutrition plan, but it comes with videos. So the person who created it goes through step by step. It's a lot of videos. They're really short, but it just explains everything so well and just helps you know a little bit of the science behind it and just how to do it and do it successfully. It really focuses on portion control. So like at breakfast, 50% of your plate is supposed to be protein and 50% of it is supposed to be a fiber-filled carb. And that just really makes it simpler to me, because unlike the Fix, which I also really love, it's another Beachbody nutrition plan, you have to keep track of the containers and it just gets a little bit complicated. But with this, to me, it's just super simple, super straightforward. Just half of your plate carbs, half your plate protein. And then for lunch, it's a little bit different. It's 50% of your plate needs to be veggies, 25% of it needs to be protein, and 25% of it is fiber-filled carbs. And then for dinner, it's 75% of your plate needs to be veggies and 25% of it needs to be protein. So it just really makes it super simple for me. It also has an option in there for a snack if you choose to have a snack. So that's why I love it, is because it's just very simple, very straightforward. It makes a ton of sense. And I also really love the Fix too. I've seen great results on that. If you're in that place where you're trying to figure out a nutrition plan that work for you, both of these plans I feel like are sustainable. They will work for you for your entire life. And once you do, especially the Fix, once you do it a while, you don't really have to use the containers anymore because it just becomes second nature. So I just wanted to hop on here and explain that to you guys, just in case you were wondering exactly how that works. Anyways, I'm gonna give that a shot. This is day 2 of me doing it. Yesterday, I did great. I stayed on 100% on plan. I lost 2.4 pounds in one day. So it was probably water weight because I did not eat good on New Year's Eve, like at all. So it was probably a lot of like inflammation and stuff that I just flushed out with water yesterday, but still, I was very excited about that result. Another thing that really, really helps me stay on track is meal prepping. I am a big proponent of meal prepping. I even have a video on that, so check that out. But this week I meal prepped a bunch of grilled chicken. I just got my husband to go smoke a ton of grilled chicken on the grill, and that way I have that to throw on salads, to throw on like cauliflower rice, just different meals throughout the week, so I have a good source of protein. And I also boiled a lot of eggs, so I can just pop those in a baggie, take those with me on the road if I need to, or just like if I need a little bit extra protein for breakfast or whatever, I can just eat one of those, and it's just a really easy, quick snack. And we have chickens and they're laying a ton right now, so that has been a great way to use up the extra eggs that we have. I also love to do overnight oats. I make a ton of those. I make those all the time. The kids love them. I love them. So we eat a lot of that. I get the big, huge bag of oats from Azure Standard, and those last us forever, and they're really, really good. I also this week made like the Asian lo mein dish, and that's what I've been eating for my lunches every day. It's got like mixed coleslaw, it's got mushrooms, got some protein noodles in there, and it has just been super yummy. I have really been enjoying that for lunches this week. So that really helps me to have breakfast prepped, or have breakfast that I know that I can easily throw together, like eggs and toast is my other option if I don't have overnight oats. So that's like my go-to that I have, that I know that I can eat every single day, and so it's not complicated. And then I prep my lunches ahead of time and have those ready every single day that I can just grab out of the fridge, throw in the microwave, and eat those really easily. And sometimes it's just like leftover soup or just something that I've meal prepped. I do a lot of like zoodles and marinara sauce and meatballs and things like that. I do really simple meal prep stuff that have a lot of veggies and something that I can put in a container and heat up really easily. So those are always like my lunches. And then for dinners, it just varies. Like I do a lot of different things for dinners. We love to have chicken Alfredo, and I'll do regular pasta for my husband and my kids. And then for me, I'll do zoodles, or we'll all eat like a protein pasta. I love the Banza pasta. We also love like burrito bowls where you just take lettuce and beans and rice and tomatoes and ground beef and all of that, and you just throw it together in a bowl. We even do like nachos. I'll make regular nachos for the kids and my husband. And then for me, I'll do like the sweet baby peppers and cut those up and do those instead of chips for me. And so just different things like that. I'll just switch things up just a little bit so that I'm getting a little bit more veggies than my family. The only thing that's really hard on this To Be mindset is that I'm not supposed to have carbs for dinner, which you guys know I love my sourdough. So that is going to be a little bit difficult. But I think what I've decided to do is just have my sourdough bread as my late afternoon snack. So that'll be part of my little snack that I get in the afternoon. Now for workouts, I'm really excited to start the Fire and Flow program. That's a Beachbody On Demand program. And I have been doing Beachbody On Demand since it came out, like forever, and I haven't stopped since. I have never ended my subscription. I love it so much. For me, being a mom who works from home, schools from home, we're always home, this works so well for me. And I have a whole setup right here in my bedroom where I just do my workouts. I have like all of my weights and my TV where I can watch it all, and it just works out so well for me. And so I am planning to do that program. I'm on day 2 of it. I did day 2 today. It was wonderful. I love it because it's a mixture of some cardio, some HIIT. She does strength training, and then on the other days, you do more of like a Pilates flow workout. And so it's been really awesome. I love both of those 2 things are like the things I love most, Pilates and strength training. So I think those 2 combined are going to get me some really great results. The other thing I've got to really work hard on is getting my water in. For some reason, lately it's been a struggle to get my water. And I think I've been so busy that it's winter. Sometimes it's just hard to drink a lot of water in winter time. And if you guys have tips on how you get your water in every day, please drop them below because I need all the help I can get. But I am really struggling with that. And yesterday I was supposed to get 85 ounces. I only got to 60. So today, here's hoping we get more water in. Other things that I'm going to try to work on during this new year is to just give myself a lot of positive self-talk and not beat myself up when I don't like get the workout in on the day I had scheduled to get it in, or when I don't see the results that I was hoping to see, or when I'm not losing maybe as fast as I would have liked to. I'm gonna just try to be super positive and loving to myself, just give myself a lot of grace, and remember that I'm created in His image and God looks at the heart. He's not looking at our outer appearance, and that is really what matters anyways, is our heart. And I'm really try to be flexible because I have scheduled my workouts. Like I already went ahead and made a plan, because when I start back homeschooling, that's when it gets a little bit hard because it's just hard to find time in the day for it. And so I figured out, and my husband's schedule is always crazy too. Sometimes he works nights, sometimes he works days. So I really try to get my workouts done when he's home and he can have the baby, and I know that I can get 30 minutes of uninterrupted time. And so I've tried to like schedule my workouts in to where I feel like it'll fit the best in for that day. But I know that that's not always realistic. Things happen, people get sick, I may experience an injury, things like that. And so I'm just gonna try to give myself lots of grace and just be super flexible. If a workout doesn't happen on one day, it's not the end of the world. I'll do it the next day. So that's the plan anyways. All right, that is about it. There's so much more I could share with you guys, but this video would be so long if I did. Maybe I'll do some more videos like this. If you guys like them, let me know below if you like this kind of content, because this is not my normal thing. And give me a thumbs up, that helps me know too. Thanks for sticking around and watching this video. I hope to see you guys again really soon for my next video. Bye y'all.